the 5th generation hybrid monster that changed the game. We're showcasing the 2026 BMW M5 in black sapphire metallic over red in black, full Milano leather. Not only you're getting some of the quickest numbers, 0 to 60 quarter miles with this tank, but you could go up to 87 miles full electric. There isn't any vehicle in class that can do that. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm gonna go over some pros and cons to explain why this vehicle is a game changer. With standard M shadow line lights, full LED headlights, daytime runnings, and cornering lights that integrate into the iconic glow. That's because we have the executive package. The new design grille houses the sensors for the driving assist. The lower holds 2 small air inlets, and it's gonna look more electrified than it should. With 194 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque out of that battery, I mean, I'm all right with the boxy, beefy stance and 5 inches of clearance, because when you put this into content, I just bought an MC20 Cello, and with that, my ground clearance is so damn low I can't go over anything. This vehicle has more horsepower and torque than that. Yes, that's a supercar, but this is a super sedan. And underneath the hood is gonna house that 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo, 577 horsepower with 553 pound-feet of torque. Now we're down 60 horsepower from the M competition we lost with the V8 twin turbo engine, but combined, 717 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque, reaching 60 at 3.4 seconds being BMW's quoting. And I'm sure you could get this under 3 seconds. And when you add that curb weight at 5,390 pounds, this is a damn tank on wheels, and it's getting 124 miles an hour in 11.1 seconds. The damn thing is too fast. With 20-inch up front, 21 out back, it's a staggered wheel setup with the M double-spoke jet black wheels. With the red brake calipers housing 6 pistons in the front, it's a single floating in the rear. 16.1-inch disc for the front. Vented, slotted M compound brakes with a 15.7-inch in the rear. And you can option the M carbon ceramic brakes, which will increase the disc to 16.5 inches, give you red calipers, and it's gonna shed 55 pounds out of this tank. And when you're thinking it's a near 3-ton vehicle on wheels, the speeds are crazy. These are definitely pros of why this is a game changer. The cons is it is a plug-in hybrid only. For me, if they offered a gas variant in a hybrid, I would be all in, because this vehicle is the fastest in class. The carbon package, which we have, is gonna give us the carbon side view mirrors. These are in spec. The whole roof and the trunk lid spoiler. The signature Hoifmaster gets the M5, and you're gonna have the glossy black over all the window trims. The door handles are gonna be flush, so it's gonna keep with that aerodynamics. Even though it's a boxy vehicle, you have 1.5-degree rear axle steering, so it helps manage that 50-50 weight distribution. But on a side note, BMW actually cares about the geometry of this damn vehicle, because the weight distribution is 53.9, 46.1, which when you put this into categories against competition, that's another pro. Nobody cares about the geometry that much, but BMW still keeps that in their DNA. 10 different colors for the exterior, 6 different interior combination colors, and 3 different trims throughout the interior of the M5. The rear gets the LED taillights, the vertical reflectors, which was new for last year, 360-degree reverse camera, quad exhaust tips with the 2-part diffuser. But there is cons, because using the boost really only engages around 20 to 90 miles per hour, which is the way you could get the full potential out of the 717 horsepower. But then on a Pro, you're getting around 25 full electric miles. Charging time, BMW says 0 to 100% at 3 hours on a level 2. The MSRP that I show at the beginning of the video says about 2 hours. Is this a game changer? For me, it is. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2026 BMW M5. Power liftgate going into 16.5 cubic feet of storage. You get the bag hooks right here in the front. To split fold the rear bench, pull these tabs, and that will maximize the cargo capacity to the M5. But this is about performance. We need to go inside, start it up, so you can hear that exhaust note. fob to the M5 Sedan. Check out the welcoming. Way power seat adjustment for the front, heated. The executive package adds the ventilated front seat. The M5, it lights up. Red and black full Milano leather. Memory for the driver and passenger. Bauer & Wilkins sound system with 655 watts. It's a driver-focused setup, and that is to be expected, but you have a ton of space on the passenger side. And the carbon package comes into play in the interior. Let's fire it up. Now listen to it when you turn it off. Just a really cool welcoming. 4-zone climate control because of the executive package with the BMW curve panel, 2-screen layout, a 14.9-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming, Bluetooth audio. You got your M-lap timer right here. iDrive 8.5. And the rest of the seat settings is right here. So you have an additional 8-way power seat adjustment right here. Throw it into reverse, you get a 360-degree reverse camera. Usually the executive package adds these things with the soft closed doors. We don't have soft closed doors. When you click onto the more, you're gonna have a sub menu for the 3D view. You can just scroll all around the vehicle, hitting these tabs here or using the iDrive to just roll around it. Click back into the sub menu and you have your car wash view that shows the trajectory in the front with a digital pad to turn on and off each individual air vent above the carbon fiber. Wireless charging pad, 2 USB-C ports here. The glossy black is going to surround the main area that you're going to be using for your driver mode select to set up the vehicle, for your sound system here, and the rocker to put it into gear. I like that they have a red push button start. Driving mode select, you got the hybrid mode. So you have a total of 5 different modes here, including the Dynamic Plus, and you can go full hybrid. When you click onto the M, a total of 3 modes, road, sport, and track. It's gonna be a little bit more sporty. It opens up into a smaller storage pocket with a 12-volt. Leather wrap steering wheel, 12 o'clock. It's heated, multi-function. You get 2 sets of paddle shifts with the boost that will give you an additional 10 seconds to get full throttle at 717 horsepower. M1 and M2, and when you push onto it, you'll hear the exhaust note change a little bit, but we're still in hybrid. You can also change the configuration of the gauge cluster, have the AR in it, and you can change different contents here. You can do the same thing for the heads-up display, including directional view, assistant view, reduce view, and a standard view. Leg space, it's going to be more than enough. Same thing with headroom, LED interior lighting, auto dimming rear view mirror with the home link, door panel and dashboard configuring together nicely. You get the aluminum mesh with the carbon fiber that brushes into it, and you'll have all that ambient lighting that is surrounding the whole front of the cockpit. One touch up and down for all the windows. It's a little bit more sporty with a medium-sized storage pocket, and that executive package adds the power rear sunshade. For the back seats, this is the opening that you have to fit 2 more with the cup holders and armrest down. You get your dual climate control setting, heated rear seats, 2 USB-C ports, a storage tray, air vents, and you'll have some USB-C ports here with the connector, the M badging behind the M seats, but there isn't any storage behind them. Manual sunshades with a sporty door card. I like the 2-tone. The Bauer & Wilkins come into play with a deep storage pocket sitting behind me. It's carved out for you, so you're gonna have a ton of space. That's what I like about the M5. You can actually fit a family and tall occupants in the back. Lift this up so we can slide over into the center. Now you're gonna be sharing some feet space because I would not be putting my feet here. But it is a wide vehicle, and because it's a long vehicle, it optimizes knee space, leg space, butt space, and shoulder space, making 3 occupants my dimension. Sitting into the center, I'm at 6'3". 717 horsepower, 0 to 60. BMW's quoting at 3.4 seconds. Let's see what we get. Rear axle steering. And it's gripping. Now we got the boost engage. And the brakes. I would say that's the only time you want to have the carbon ceramic brakes, because when that boost is engaged, the damn thing takes off like a freaking rocket. This has to go quicker than a 3.4 second 0 to 60. It is crazy fast. And look at the exit. Fun to drive, man, it is. It's just precise. It's hugging the road. It's doing everything that the traditional BMW should do and going even further. And you got to consider this thing is like a near 3 tons. I mean, over 5,400 pound curb weight. And to do what this is doing, the length, a solid box, I applaud BMW. They've kept true to the DNA. Normal driving, boost engage, madman driving. It's a fun freaking vehicle. Man, is it worth the hype? It's gonna take me into some pros and cons right off the bat. The pros is a ton. You heard them through the exterior and the interior. I just feel like BMW did an excellent job giving the true DNA to the M5, especially when you're considering the update, because it's only a PHEV. Now, normally I would say, well, I like PHEVs. It's just when you're going for a full M, one of the issues that we have with the XM is that it's a PHEV, and also the pricing to that is literally like 40, 50 grand more than this, especially if you add a label to it. And this thing is a tank on wheels. It's getting quick 0 to 60s. You're getting quick quarter miles, and it's still a smooth driving vehicle, and it's comfortable in the interior. That's got to be a lot of pros there. Now the cons, you have to configure a lot of things through the infotainment screen because everything is basically done through there. The driving mode select, it's easy to operate, but when you got like 8, 9 different driving modes, it's a little bit too over the top. For me personally, I think M1 and M2 is more than enough, and that way you just stress those 2 for your power, and then you have your hybrid driving, and then the mix in between. Maybe 4 driving modes, call it a day. They don't add a lot of soft materials except for where you sit, and that is a huge problem to me, because when I'm driving this, I'm gonna be driving it long term. I do like that we have the AR, but then you have to add features like the iDrive package in order to unlock a top speed at 190 miles per hour. What the hell is wrong with you, BMW? Just give that to a standard. I like that we get an additional 194 horsepower with the battery. Turn radius at a stop point, if this Audi doesn't hit me, it's about 1.5 lanes. Let's rock and roll. Look at that. Catch up to anybody quickly, and I don't even have the boost engaged, which means I'm not getting the full potential out of the engine, and that leads me to the con, because we're losing 60 horsepower opposed to the V8 twin turbo that we lost with the M competition. Now, because of the battery, we do increase, so that's why we have the 717 horsepower. But my thing is, if we had that 617 horsepower plus this, it would not only be a supercar sedan, but it would be a true monster. The M hybrid V8 is also very unique because we have the electric motor integrated into the transmission. So when you're thinking about all the design that BMW has done to make this 5th generation what it is, I applaud them, because they have stayed true to the DNA, which is why this is a game changer. But that leads me to a con, because you still have to add features to the vehicle, and some of these features should be standard because this is an M5. But when you're thinking about getting a supercar or even a sedan, things that you got to keep in mind, it's very hard to insure the damn things, because I personally know buying a Maserati MC20 Cello. Buying this, it's a little bit easier and you're still getting a ton of power in everyday drive because you got 5 inches of clearance, room in the back seat, and cargo capacity. So it's literally a track-driven vehicle and an everyday blended in with an executive level for the interior because you're getting soft amenities throughout and you got more than enough technology. Maneuverability, I mean, you got rear axle steering at 1.5 degrees, so it's not going to be difficult, and it's basically 50-50 weight distribution when you add that to it. And you have 717 freaking horsepower. I mean, there's too much power underneath this to make it difficult to drive. Turn radius at a stop point is about 1.5 lanes. Let's rock and roll. Oh my God, it's seamless. God, you want to keep feeding it. It is such a delight. It truly is a game changer. But let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video right here. And I'd like to thank our friends here at BMW of Wesley Chapel.